Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Here's our co-host, Magic Maree. Hi, Maree. How are you doing?
Oh, hi, Elisa. I'm great. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Lovely to see you. And Jasper says hello too. So
Hello,
he's with
Jazzy.
us. So, yeah.
Hello, Jazzy. So I'm super excited. Once again, it's
Mm.
always an amazing, mysterious information, right, that we're looking for. So hello, Dennis Andromedan and Desiree. Thank you for being here, guys. So today we're covering Ancient Aliens Season 2, Episode 2. These are mysterious places. So they talk about the Bermuda Triangle. They talk about the Zone of Silence in Mexico, and they talk about the Gate of the Gods in Peru. So I'm very excited about this because it's these places, and also I want, of course, our viewers and the people that are there live to also give us other locations. I have added Skinwalker Ranch. I don't know if you know Skinwalker Ranch. Do you?
Never heard
No.
of it. Where is it?
Okay.
Is it in the US?
Yeah, Skinwalker
Yeah.
Ranch is in Utah.
Okay.
So it's a place where like this weird stuff happens, and
We like
um
weird stuff, don't we? It's good.
yeah. So it's a Gate of the Gods. So I'm looking for a picture to show you,
Okay.
so you can see what it is. um and I'll show you real quick. So let me break this off over here so you can see it. All right, so here we go. I got to share my screen. All right, that's the Gate of the Gods. So
Wow.
it's a gate that people have, uh, supposedly the legend goes that there's this thing right in the middle of it, that there's like a golden key that you put in there, and then it transports you into somewhere else. So
That's
yeah.
fascinating. And has anyone gone through it? Have they, do you know if anyone's actually done a story around it?
As far as I know, that you got to have that key.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fascinating because that reminds me of when I did it was almost like a time travel meditation, and with the Australian Aboriginals, in the walls of the rocks is where the the ETs, the other dimensional beings, would go through. It's like you would touch it in a certain way and you would go into this gateway, into this portal. And that's exactly what I saw. I went, oh, wow. So there's specific. So that's what it's reminding me of. So like that portal type thing
Yep.
place.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
didn't even know that existed.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So let's talk about then the Bermuda Triangle first, right? So let's see. 5 Navy bombers disappeared, and when they sent a rescue plane, the rescue plane also disappeared. So let's
Right.
find out what happened to them.
What happened to them? Okay. Let's have a look here to see which one. So we can look at the past. Oh, okay. Yeah. Got it. That one. My cards are warming up. Wow. So the first card up is the Two of Swords. And what I did was I just asked for the past. And so for me, this means that there's a place that we don't know of per se. So to me, this isn't the unknown. It's something's happened. We're blinded to it. And yeah, so, and then the next card is the Nine of Wands. So this is like there's been a journey that's been quite traumatizing. There's some it's not normal. It's sort of something that's been quite hard. So, and then we've got the King of Wands. Now, to me, the King of Wands is, to me, someone that is righteous, that speaks truth, that's spiritual. So wherever they went to, they've ended up in a better place. So it's almost like, to me, they got taken on a journey that was so not normal. But yeah, so whether they've actually passed over, like left the earth plane and whatever now from that, I'm just going to ask for a clarification card on that.
Yes. Yeah. Are they still alive, or did they leave the earth plane?
No, I feel they've left, because this is the leaving the past behind and looking forward towards the future. So to me, I feel like I'm feeling, though, with this card, they might have gone somewhere else first, like, yeah, and then because that's our Nine of Swords, which is our worry card, so stressful worry. So I feel they went somewhere different, but they're not on the earth plane as we know.
All right, like alive.
Yeah. They're not alive.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So then, is the Bermuda Triangle a portal?
Okay, it's interesting. And it's interesting, Elisa, I remember when I was about 12, we didn't get TV till I was about 12, because we lived in the boondocks, like 8 hours away from the city, and it was only like our ABC national television was from 4 o'clock till, 9 o'clock at night. That was it. And I remember, though, we used to get Doctor Who. Did you ever get Doctor Who in the US? Yep. And I remember watching this one program where there was this massive ship, and the TARDIS landed on it, it was from the Bermuda Triangle, and I'd never heard of the Bermuda Triangle. And I was watching this show, and I was just enthralled, and they kept doing a time loop and walking around the deck of this ship. And I remember then, as a child, even since then, I've always gone, wow, Bermuda Triangle, there was truth in it. I really felt it. So yeah, so that was what started my intrigue with it, which is so long ago. So okay. So sorry, what was the question again? I just was remembering that.
If it's a portal.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And if so, to where?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Jasper's chiming in here and showing me something. Oh God, yes. So we've got our Ace of Pentacles, which is a yes around something that's a reality, and he was already showing me. So what he's showing me is it's like a wormhole, and there's different aspects coming out of the wormhole. So it's not just one portal, it's like a combination of portals as well. So it can be very interdimensional. There's time warping going on. Yeah, that's
because what's interesting is they talk about someone else in an airplane who always traveled, I don't know, I'm going to say from West Palm Beach to Miami.
Yeah.
And it usually takes him an hour and a half. Yeah. Wherever it was from. Maybe it wasn't West Palm. It has to be probably farther. But anyway, he always traveled this route. It was an hour and a half. And this one time there was a fog. And this fog was like light, like almost like fog with like light in it, kind of. And when he went into it, he started seeing like a tunnel spinning in front of him. And all of his measurements and stuff that he looks at started going crazy. And then it shoots him out into Miami, and he had only gone for 30 minutes. So he doesn't understand what happened there. So it's almost like there's different holes in there, like different types of holes.
Yep. Absolutely.
So some will take you somewhere else. Some will take you to Miami.
Because it's near your neck of the woods, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
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 So, yeah, wow. Okay, so the cards, I pulled some cards while you were doing that. Now, the Four of Wands has come up. So this is like a home. This is like a place. But it also can be other lifetimes and ancient knowledge as well, if we're looking at it from this perspective. And then the World card. So it's almost like it can tap into any aspect of the worlds, so not even just Earth. So, and slowly, because this is our Knight of Pentacles, slowly what can happen is this information can come through people like that pilot that's been through that experience, to all the different possibilities that exist within our realm. So that, yeah, definitely that has there's a time warp in there. And that's what Jasper was showing me. I could actually see these portals, and it it would just complete, time just didn't exist per se.
Mm.
So that's a,
So is this an organic anomaly, meaning that it's caused by the earth for whatever reason? Many ley lines may be touched there. I don't know, whatever, like organic.
yeah, I see what you
Or
mean.
was it created by ETs to
Okay,
get in and out of?
Or was it a something that happened, whether it
That
was
was
from
created.
ETs
Was
or
it
anything?
created, or was it is it
Okay, let's
natural
ask first. Let's ask
occurring?
first.
Naturally
Is it a
occurring.
natural phenomena within the earth? Okay. That one. Okay, so we've got our 7 of Wands. Now this is change. So this is it's like it's a spiritual, it's actually something that's spiritual that's happened. So I don't feel that it was natural, because then we've got our Queen of Swords, and this is something that's created through words, thoughts, mind, and there can be hidden meanings in it as well. So, and then we got a confirmation with our Ace of Cups. So there was an emotional aspect that was a part of this. So it's not feeling like it's just a natural phenomena. And I'm going to ask then, well, if it's not just a natural phenomena, that because there are places in the world we know that have massive vortexes and massive natural portals and all of that. So let's see can we find out where it's come from?
Yeah. Who
What's
created it?
Yeah. What's the reason for this? What caused it?
Yeah.
We'll see how much we get on this. I'm going to tune into Jasper as well. Okay. Okay, that one wants to come out. Yep. A lot of mystery surrounding it, because we've got our 5 of Swords, which is change. All right. So it's usually quick change. So it's something that's happened very quickly. Then we've got our High Priestess. Now this is some mystery that's in there. So so whatever's gone on, it's actually come from a lot of mystery, and there's a lot of different things that have gone on, because our Strength cards come up. So when that comes up, it means something big. It means something really strong. And the lion's really standing out in this one today. So to me, it's that really big power. There's something powerful that's happened to create this. So I'm just going to see now if I can actually get a little bit more clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the good guys? Is it the bad guys?
Yeah. What was it that actually happened? Oh, that one's really hot. Okay. Wow.
And you can also ask Jazzy if he has.
Yeah, I'm just tuning in, and he is showing me. So the Queen of Wands has come up. So to me, this is a card where there is some it's spiritual. However, there's trust in it. It's like something you can trust. So what we're getting is something we can trust. And then there's the 10 of Pentacles. Now this can mean an abundance. This can mean a lot of people. This can be a big scenario as well. Our 10 of, because something's been created that's really big. And then we've got our 8 of Swords. So to me, it was something that happened. It was like a calamity that's happened, because it's hidden. It's not yet been exposed. And it was almost like being trapped. So it was something that happened. So some of it was, so this is like, to me, this is like telling us a truth, that there's something that happened that was, it's still hidden, but people weren't expecting it. Like bang, it happened. So it was like a calamity is the word that I'm getting as well from Jasper. And he's showing me, he's actually showing me like things falling into the ocean rising. It's like this disc is doing this. So it's like a template, and I feel it's made of crystal is what I'm actually getting. It's a black crystal.
Is it related to the fall of Atlantis?
Well, that's what I'm feeling because of the water.
Okay, yeah.
So let's just check and see if that's actually the case.
Because I was assuming it was like done on purpose, but maybe not on purpose per se. When Atlantis fell and those crystals fell, maybe that's what created.
You're not going to believe this. We've got our Ace of Pentacles and we've got our Ace of Swords. So that's absolutely 2 yeses to that. So because that was
So it was the
that's what's
fall
come
of
up.
the crystals of Atlantis that
Yeah.
created that.
So see that disc as well. When we're looking at a pentacle, to me, that sort of, he was showing me this disc that was sort of doing this wobble,
Yep.
and and it's settled. So, and we're getting a yes on that.
Okay.
So I think this is going to unpiece slowly. It's not like, it's something that can unpiece slowly. But I'm also seeing there was something else going on as well. Oh gosh, it's big energy. That's what I'm feeling. Really big energy. So yeah. So if it was like a big template disc crystal or something, then that's going to create its own dimensions into dimensions, and when it's activated, maybe
Yeah.
by whatever, I don't know what it takes to activate it, or what, like, why some planes or ships go missing and not others.
And not others, right?
Yeah. So death. So we've got our transition card. So obviously something activates it. It's like it goes through a change to actually be activated. So this is interesting because I haven't gone into it like this before either. Oh, Jasper's showing me like electromagnetic energy, and we've got our King of Pentacles. So he's a master creator. So there's something that happens, is triggered with an electromagnetic influx of some sort, or something is activated. So yeah, and it's and it can come at any time, because again we've got our Two of Swords. So this is, you don't know when it's going to happen. It's unknown. Yeah.
Okay, so that means that's why, that makes sense then, why some people disappear and others don't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's just clarify that. He's got Jasper's going yes. Yeah. So, and we've got our Ten of Cups, which to me is a yes card. So, and got our Ace of Wands again. So yeah, it's definitely, it's triggered by something that triggers these crystals, or this aspect in that area, that then creates something electromagnetic.
Are the ETs able to use it for anything? Are they able to use this? I mean, I would think if it's so unstable that probably they don't, but it would be cool to know if they do.
Okay, let's see if they do. I would say no, because there's our Tower.
Okay.
It's like big, fast changes, and unpredictable.
It must be too unpredictable to use it.
And then the Moon card. So this is also something that's out of comfort zone, not normal. So yeah. And then our Four of Cups, and so this is someone being offered a gift, but they're not looking at it. So it's obviously not seen as something that is conducive to being utilized.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. And is the triangle an actual triangle? Like they say it goes from Bermuda to Puerto Rico to West Palm.
Yeah. Okay.
Or is it Miami? I don't know. Somewhere in Florida there, Bermuda, and then Puerto Rico.
I'll just ask if that's fairly accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the first card was, I've asked here, what was the past? And it's the Queen of Pentacles. So this is contemplating, creating, so however it happened. And then the Lovers. So events have come together to create this scenario. And then we have our Five of Pentacles, which is, it's loss. It's not a great place. So I feel, definitely with that one.
Yeah.
So,
wow. Okay.
I think there's still going to be a lot of mystery around it, because we just still can't have maybe that comprehension of the type of energy and how it was being used in that time of Atlantis fully. So maybe as this new technology, as this ancient technology is reintroduced onto our Earth, then we'll start to have more like inner knowing with it, and then maybe some more truths will come out as well for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it affects, I imagine, anything that that goes by it, whether it's ships or airplanes.
Let's have a look. Yeah. So Four of Pentacles, to me, this is always a foundation. So it's, again, and those templates of those, the actual pentacles are really standing out. So like the disc sort of things that Jasper was showing me. Then we've got our Ace of Cups. So that's the emotion that's created from it. So it can be anything. It can actually be anything. So, and then we've got our Eight of Pentacles. So this is building something, creating something. So it can, again, to me, that can be anything that's built. So planes, ships, whatever.
All right. Are electromagnetic levels a way to find these portals / gateways?
Is that with the Bermuda Triangle still?
Yeah.
So
is that a way to find something like that?
Okay, let's see. So to actually find it with electromagnetics. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So our Four of Swords, which is something that's hidden, that can't be seen, that's below the ground. And then we've got two aces. So we've got an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Swords. So it is a way to actually to measure or to find where they are, even though they're random or whatever. If the readings go up, I'm not sure what they'd use to read the electromagnetics, but if they go up, and then it's obviously going to say, yep, there's something, activities going on here, there's a portal opening, because that's really their absolute yeses.
Wow.
For what's hidden. So you can't get much more clear than that.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I just noticed what the Andromedan said. So thank you. I was trying to think of the word Stargate. That was exactly the template that Disco is seeing, reminded me of like the Stargate that they use. Yeah. So thanks, Andromedan. I just noticed that. It just caught my eye.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So then do you think then it's a Stargate more than a portal? I don't know the difference.
Similar.
To me, they're both the same.
They're similar. To me, they're similar. It was just how it looked. That was sort of, my impression of it.
Okay. Let's talk about the zone of silence in Mexico. Same thing.
Really?
Same thing there. Things go missing when they go by it. So it is a desert. I don't have a picture to show you because it's just a desert area, an area that's a desert in Mexico.
Okay.
So can you find out if the zone of silence in Mexico is also...
Oh, yeah, I'm actually just doing a little bit of viewing of it, just so I can, I get some understanding of it, and I'm seeing already quite a massive vortex, and it feels like there's something within it, almost crystalline. There's something that's like crystal within it. So let me just see what the cards say. So it's really hot. Yeah. And I feel this one is maybe more natural, like it's because the World card has come up. Yeah. So, and then the Four of Wands again, which again is something that feels like home. It feels it's sort of in its right place almost. So I'm just going to get Jasper to tune in with me. I'm definitely seeing, it's almost like this pinnacle crystal underneath it. It's, Page of Pentacles. So this is sort of, there's information coming through or creating something. It's like new messages, new creation. So I feel this crystal, even if it was used, or even if it was from another whole timeline, whole civilization, it feels more natural than what happened with the Bermuda Triangle, because that was quite wobbly when I was seeing it, whereas this just feels like this massive crystal, massive vortex is what I'm seeing.
A massive vortex. Okay. Can you find out, is it like maybe there's a ship hidden underneath the dirt? Like, those arcs that they're talking about lately, these arcs that are underneath Like
Yeah.
there's one underneath the desert in Iran or something like that. So
I
maybe
know there's
that's
one in
something
Antarctica.
to,
Okay,
maybe
let's
it's an
just see.
arc
Is it an arc?
that has this crystal that you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good point. You know, it actually could be because the Seven of Swords has come up, which is a strategy. So this is actually deciding where something should be and how it should sit. And again, our Page of Pentacles is coming up, which is something that's created, that's new, that's new information. And then the Ten of Cups. Now, the Ten of Cups is about family, creating your environment. It's, to me, it's very positive. It's very emotionally high.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know what, it could very well be, because it was quite an unusual, what I was seeing was quite an unusual structure. So that's great. I didn't even think of that. I just saw the crystalline structure and was just, yeah. But it feels like it's in the right place.
Okay. So you're saying it was, do we ask if it was placed there on purpose?
Yeah, that's probably a really good, clear question.
So if you just joined, we're talking about the Gate of the God. Is it the Gate of the Gods? No, the Zone of Silence. The Zone of Silence in Mexico.
Yeah, so this is fascinating because it's got we've got the Strength card and the Queen of Pentacles. So whoever created it, wherever it came from, it was very, very much designed and from a good aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got our Knight of Swords. So something might have happened that actually caused a bit of strife, because the Knight of Swords can be something that comes in quickly, that's sometimes not completely above board.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like originally it was made, or it was put in place, but then something's happened, and I'm going to see if that's been reversed. I'm going to see if that's actually, if it's come back into balance, because as I'm looking at it now, it actually feels like it's in the right place. So whether something happened and there was some issues around it, let's just see. I'm going to just check in, and yeah, it is. It's back to me, and that's exactly what the cards are saying now. Yeah, so the Queen of Pentacles has come up. Our Lovers card has come up. So there's been some balancing and work done with it to get it back into space. And the Seven of Swords. So that's our strategy card. So they had to look at, what have we got? How can we make it solid? What are we going to do with it? So I feel there was something that went on with it that was a bit of an issue, but it's come back into balance.
Well, what's interesting is, you're going to find this interesting, because we think so much alike. So the Zone of Silence and the Bermuda Triangle and the pyramids are on the same ley lines, exact perfect line across.
Yep.
With the Zone of Silence, the Bermuda Triangle, and the Egyptian pyramids.
You know, and Elisa, that doesn't surprise me, because even if we're talking about the big, Stargate disc or whatever it was from the Atlantean times, they would have been building on a ley line, because they used, energetic ley lines. That was what they did. They were really connected, and so that does not surprise me.
So let's find out if that's just because it is a ley line and they just fall there, or was it on purpose?
Yeah. Well, that Queen of Pentacles card kept telling me it was done purposefully, so we'll double check that now. So that's a contemplation of what we're creating and what's happening. So, okay, let's just tune in to see, was this actually done purposefully by the beings that lived in this time, or lived on this timeline, or whatever it was?
Because what's weird is, if the Bermuda Triangle was an anomaly, was not created on purpose, like it sounds like the Zone of Silence was, and Egypt pyramids. But then again, we know that Atlantis was probably created on ley lines. So anyway.
That's what I'm getting, and that's what's coming up. So yes, they were all created deliberately. 10 of Pentacles, so it would have been a very big energy, something that was very positive, something that was a big energy, and our Knight of Pentacles. So this again is creating something. See, lots of pentacles today.
Yeah.
This of realities. So this knight is quite trustworthy and brings through a reality that has been planned.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
That was deliberate. All of them
deliberate.
were on a deliberate line. See.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Gate of the Gods in Peru, a doorway on the side of a rock. So let me show you again what that looks like. This is what it looks like right here. And the legend says that you have to have like a gold key. It's like a circle that's like engraved with stuff on it.
Wow.
And so the question is, again, is it a stargate or a doorway into, or a portal to somewhere else?
Okay, that's true. Jasper was already, I was already tuning in, and I was getting Jasper's help with this as well, to see if it is actually like a portal. Stargate. Is your cat having fun with you today?
Yep. He's here now.
Oh, he's getting so big. Okay, so I feel there was an issue around this because I asked for a pass card on it, and the 9 of Wands has come up. So spiritually, I feel there was a really a big journey for it to actually come into place. And it's like it was very different. It used to be quite different, probably accessible. So
right, to any, like, right, they had the key, so they're able to come in and out, right, with the key. But once the key disappeared,
but then you got to ask, why did it disappear? And it's probably because that, this happened. There was like a lot of stuff that would have changed the whole energy around it, people around it, everything. But then we've got our 4 of Wands again, and this is again creating a home, creating a place that is safe. And then the High Priestess. So there's a lot of mystery with this, and it's, to me, when the High Priestess comes up, she's actually not looking very happy. When I look at her face, she's not happy. So there's something out of balance. And so I'm getting, and what I saw through my third eye and with Jasper is, when you go in, it actually splits into different portals. So it is like a gateway. So it's like, you would know which way you wanted to go within it. So it could take people, beings, whatever, into different dimensions, different realms from there, which is way too dangerous for us at the moment. We're just not of that frequency yet.
So ask if the key disappeared because the white man came along and wanted to use it.
Okay, let's have a look and see. Good question. Okay, I will, but I'm getting some info as well. Jasper's just showing me something which is really interesting. It's not anything I would have thought of. So let's just see if that disappeared with as we dropped in frequency into the realm that we're in now. Tower card. Change, sudden change in a situation. So let's just have a look. And this 4 of Pentacles is coming up again, which is a foundation. So it was made on a certain vibrational foundation, and it's hidden. Now with this one, what Jasper was showing me, that 4 of Swords is a card where something is actually hidden, words and thoughts as well with swords. What he showed me was, it's not so much that you put a key into it, it's that your frequency can actually just open it by the key coming out. So it's like it's hidden inside it, rather than you having to have something external. So this is an activation. It's an activation key is what I'm feeling, is what he's showing me.
Yeah. And
I'm actually getting that it's coming through again. That's how it worked, because I always saw when I had the visions of the journey I did with the beautiful Australian Indigenous people and the ETs, it was like they put their hand on it and then they could pass through. So it was like an activation of going through.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can you figure out or get any info on what happened that they had to stop using it.
Okay.
If there's anything specific that you get or Jazzy gets that.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. Yeah, what I'm getting, straight away is that it was a strategy, because the Three of Pentacles has come up. So it was a strategy that was made. It was like almost like a contract or with universal law, where, I mean, it's a portal. So to actively and consciously be able to use and work through portals on the physical level, it's high. It's really high frequency, high vibration.
So
That
it
was
was
made.
okay. So it was
A
just a
deliberate
person's
decision.
vibration. It wasn't.
No, I feel it was a decision, because the Emperor cards come up. So to
Okay.
me, this is whoever, where are we? Whoever made that portal, or whoever was using the portal, I feel there was a decision made to make it look, like to make it look like you couldn't get through it or whatever, because the Moon cards come up. So it's almost like they knew there would be a lot of calamity or a lot of issues or problems if it was being used out of what it was meant to be used for. So I really feel this was a decision that was made by a particular race or whatever people that used it.
Okay. Can we ask if the one of those portals went to the Pleiades?
Okay, let's see. Good question. I know I'm definitely seeing that they went to different places. So let's see if one was the Pleiades. Oh, you're hot. Let me see what you are. Oh, we've got our star card. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm getting so hot now. I always know when that frequency and energy is coming through from that. It's, yeah. And I feel as well, there was a little bit of heartbreak around it. It's like, energy was dropping more, frequency was dropping more. So, but they did it so that they could just keep things where they're meant to be, and not abused. Yeah. So yeah, definitely Pleiades is part of it.
Okay. Because Dennis is asking, so the frequencies of the shamans have changed and now they can't work it.
Okay.
I guess they're not fifth. I mean, there are very few people in the world that are fifth dimensional.
So
I
all
wonder,
the time or more. Yeah. Let's have a look and see. Okay, so let's just see what's coming through with that. I feel what we have the capability of doing as an individual is we don't need that so much. We're actually bypassing and using our own physical body as a Merkaba, as a spaceship. So we have our own ability to travel and to go into places. So it's like, it's almost like when you do that, it's like you don't particularly need that physical doorway. We're working quite differently, I feel, because we've sort of probably hit rock bottom and we're really heading upwards in our abilities and everything. So yeah, the Chariot, thank you, confirmation. So this is movement, this is change. I feel we've changed how we work, so we can actually visit if we have an intention to, and we our Merkaba is activated, we can personally visit and travel to these places. So it's not like it's needed for us at this stage to be used. So it's not that the shaman can't use it. It's just that they don't need to, because our King of Cups has come up. And this is around emotion, but also the king can have things hidden that he can do that others can't. So they don't actually need it per se.
Okay, so it's no longer needed anymore.
Well, not for how we work now is what I'm getting.
Right.
So.
Okay. All right. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, so the ancient astronaut theorists believe, or the questions they had was, so we didn't. I don't think we threw cards. I think you told us what you saw, but they were asking if this golden disc fell from the sky.
Okay, let's have a look and see.
Was this tech device used to travel? priest kings that came from other worlds.
Okay. Well, okay. So what we're getting, it's interesting. So we've got our Page of Wands, which is learning new things spiritually, bringing in new information. And then we've got our Three of Cups, which is a celebration. And then our Ace of Cups. So I feel that it was definitely a race. Falling from the sky to me means beings that are of a higher frequency, from a different dimension. So that could have very well been perceived like that. Yeah, I actually do feel that it was perceived like that.
Oh, okay.
So they would have brought it with them. But like I said, I feel it was like almost embedded into that energetic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'll
Okay.
just, yeah. Okay,
Does
sorry,
that
keep going.
rock, does that rock,
Ace of Wands.
oh,
Yes.
okay, good. So the rock itself now,
Yeah.
does it contain any type of energy?
Okay, let's have a look and see. Well, I'm still seeing it as a potential portal,
Okay.
just by looking at it. So let's see what the cards say.
There's another one in Bolivia, but I don't remember the name of it right now.
Yeah. We've got our Chariot. So yes, it still
has the energy in there.
Still has that energy in there, and I definitely saw it. Yeah.
Okay. So the ancient astronaut theorists believe it's a wormhole or that there's teleportation. So did people actually teleport? Not with the mind, because right now we as humans cannot teleport. So we can with the etheric body, but not with, so in this case, could they actually teleport there physically, literally like open a door and physically be there?
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got our Ten of Pentacles, and to me, I was actually seeing it as a portal for a lot of beings. So I believe that it could do, because the Emperor cards come up, which is something that's overseeing, that's correct, that's regal, and then we've got our Ace of Wands.
Oh, that's
so
a big
absolutely,
yes. Okay.
Yes, so
wow.
definitely.
So they were actually teleporting.
Yeah, and whether they used a Merkaba, whether it was spaceships are energy anyway, their consciousness, and so that's a whole different world to what we sort of think of them as.
Yeah, absolutely. So is there a pattern to their locations? So is there a pattern to these mysterious locations?
Okay, so you mean the doorways and
ones
around the
that
world?
we've discussed. Yep.
Yeah. So okay, let's have a look.
And while you look at that, I'm gonna look and see if I can find the other in Bolivia. I think the sun, something with the sun. It's literally a door that, let's see if I can come up with it. Sun gate. Okay, here it is. I found it. Yay. Okay. View file.
Okay, so the cards I'm getting, because I was just looking at them and asking for a story around them. And the Eight of Cups is walking away from something, leaving something behind. The Hierophant is often a being of greater capacity or greater ability. So I feel that there was a pattern, but the pattern changed. I feel there was, because the moon's come up. So I feel that there was actually a change in whether it was even our physical earth or something that happened. So originally I feel there was a pattern, but it's not as coherent now because of some changes that have happened.
Okay. All right, so here we go. That's the Sun Gate in Bolivia. So it's literally just a door, but to us it looks like it's just, there's the same place in the back, so was this place the, wonder if I can zoom. No, okay. So was it the same thing? Was this an actual portal or gateway or stargate or place where you could transport interdimensional travel through this door.
Yeah. And again, I was pulling the cards as I was tuning in, and I could actually feel the ripples and see the ripples of energy behind it. So it was like walking into a different frequency, but it's like in another dimension. And then the 10 of Wands has come up, which is a spiritual card, and it's the completion of something and then the beginning of something new. So it's going from one aspect of energy into something else. 2 of Cups, which is actually bringing something together. So the door is almost like a what's the word? An actualization or a knowing of where that can happen. And then our Page of Cups. So this is bringing a gift or a message through. So I would say, yes, that's, to me, that actually is an aspect, because I can still see it. I can still see that frequency and energy running through the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's again, remember, guys, this is another realm we're talking about. It's not, it's like you can move in and out of the realm. And also, Elisa, it's interesting because, if we look at the Arc de Triomphe, if we look at all of those types of structures around the world from those Tartarian times, that's where they used to store energy. So that was where it was like a big battery. So, because that's exactly the same shape.
Yep. Absolutely. So the next one is that I had, and it's not part of the ones that they had on the show, was Skinwalker Ranch. So Skinwalker Ranch is a place that has been studied by our military. It's a place where really weird stuff happens. There's been mutilations of the cows. There has been anomalies with the instruments of the helicopters and airplanes there. There has been ETs seen, like grays there. It's just a really weird place. UFOs of all kinds. So actually, History Channel created a show out of this place. It used to be owned by a regular rancher who had so many things happen to him that he just sold it to this guy whose name is Bigelow. Bigelow is a billionaire who is always been involved with ETs, and I think he's been abducted. So he has a connection to ETs. And then once he did his study for about 20 years, then he decided to sell it to then the people now that are the owners, who agreed with History Channel that they wanted to do some studying here, to study what the heck is happening here. So they have engineers and all kinds of people there. And so I want to know because everything that has happened there has been negative. It's been negative, but it's just weird. So I don't know what to ask other than, again, is it a portal for these bad ETs to come in through?
Okay, let's just see. Oh, okay.
And guys, this is my last question. So if you guys have any other locations that you want us to ask about, go ahead and put it on the chat so I can ask about that when we're done with this one.
So now it's really interesting because the Sun cards come up first, but then we've got our 5 of Swords. So this is conflict or fast change. I'm thinking little ones. There's all sorts of stuff that's gone on through there. And an Ace of, I asked specifically, is this a access point or a portal? And it actually is. So so that, like you said, not a great one. And I'm going to get clarity on that. So and I want to see now if it's actually changed, if that's changed too from what was happening there. Do you know what's happening there now? Has there been any reports of changes, or you haven't heard updates?
No, it's on the if you watch the show, they just keep saying, like, don't dig. Every time we dig, we something bad happens to people. Oh, and also when there's this one guy that his phone will go crazy and they'll hack his phone. His phone gets hacked and they start using his phone to make phone calls and stuff. It's like the weirdest.
That is crazy. Well, we've got our Five of Pentacles, which is like out in the cold, not great things are happening. And Temperance, which is water, but again, changing. So
that place, they did a study with water because they noticed that there's the water they did a water that's coming in, but it's going somewhere and it doesn't fill up. They did a study where they colored the water to see if it would come out somewhere else, and the water never came out. It goes on, I think, underground.
Goes into places, and that's why it was really interesting, because the water really stood out in this Temperance card, whereas more often than not I'll see it as a supportive, beautiful higher being shifting into a place or time. So, but the water's shifting. And the next card is the Ace of Cups, which is water again. And it's like, and so it's sort of like it's just pouring into the larger body of water. So there's something around the water, which also, remember, water is emotions too. So there's a lot of, I was feeling straight away, there was a lot of emotional turmoil in that place.
Oh yeah, with the owner, the original owner. Oh yeah.
But even in the earth, I can sort of feel it and sense it even within the earth. Whew, it's like there's turmoil.
Yeah, so my idea was that this was an actual entry into the underground, into like the bad places.
Yeah, that's
like where the reptilians are.
That's what the Sun card was showing us. Because I wondered, well, why is the Sun card coming up? I went, oh, of course, it's showing, However, I feel there's going to be, well, there has been, when my voice does this, something's changing. So it's like there is going to be justice with this, that something's going to shift with it. So we've got our Justice card. So justice is coming. And then we've got our Four of Cups, gifts being offered. It's almost to change something, to help someone see something differently. And then we've got our Five of Wands. So that's changing something up spiritually and conflict. So I feel that those sort of places will get cleaned out as we raise our frequency. And, like we can even send love and light to those places, like sitting right here where we are in this moment. We can actually do, even between us all, we could just go into our hearts and send light and love into those type of places.
Okay.
So we're really powerful.
Yeah. Okay. Never thought about it, but I will now Okay. This is a question from Dennis. Are the Great Lakes and the Bermuda Triangle connected?
Okay, so that's the Great Lakes of the US, up Michigan and all of those.
That's Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, and
the Triangle
Superior.
Okay, let's see. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah.
And
interesting, because again, I was tuning in. I was getting Jasper to show me things, and originally they were. So they were, as from what I'm getting with the Emperor and the Ace of Wands, is they were under that same, almost they were under a similar Atlantis. You know what I mean? It was under, they worked in a similar way. So they're related per se, because the Hermits come up. Now this is ancient wisdom. This is knowledge coming up through like masters, through divine beings. But I feel that it was related in some way because it was an aspect of Atlantis. And so it was almost like when things went topsy-turvy, it created something. So, but not linked per se as it's the same as the triangle or anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see. There was another question I saw. I grew up in Southern California and lived near Norton Air Force Base in the mid-80s when I was 6. I was visited by UFO. I want to know if it was a great or possibly my star family. Okay. So because we have time, I'll go ahead and ask the question. Because usually I don't like to do personal questions.
No,
Otherwise,
no.
we can
We could
be here forever. Mhm. Yep. And then there's another question. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. So straight away, with Sasha's question, So I actually feel that this was your, like a star family. It was an aspect of your soul family, because we've got the Emperor, which I find is really trustworthy and really solid and like a leader. Then we've got our 10 of Cups. And to me, the 10 of Cups always portrays family and somewhere where you feel safe and happy. And then you've got your 9 of Cups. I don't know if as a child you were already connected into them, because this is like wishes, desires, dreams. So maybe there was an aspect of you that felt like you were a little bit different, or a little bit, not quite, maybe didn't feel like you were part of your family here. So it's almost like you were almost getting activated by this. So star family. Beautiful.
And then let's see, Ali was asking something that was off topic, but since we have time, what's up with the chakra colors being opposite order of rainbow colors?
Okay, so personally, my understanding is the chakra colors start at the base, so which is the red, and rainbows start at the base with red, don't they, and go up into the violet. So it's still going up from the base up, from memory. So it's
rainbows are
is that it's red up. Like with violet,
yes, but
right at the top.
Yeah. She had sent me a picture.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, because I've done, when I used to do sun work, the red would come through first, and then the orange, and then the yellows. So it's just depicting it from the bottom up. So yeah, so it's
so she says rainbows start with red at the top.
At the actual top of the, okay, of course, it's a reflection, because I've always seen it the other way around. So a rainbow is a reflection, isn't it? So when you look at a mirrored image, it's up the other way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So rainbow on the top and purple on the bottom.
Yeah.
And okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel, I'll ask the cards as well, but I've always seen them come through in that order when I've done, like I used to get up to watch the sunrise over the ocean and go into meditation, and it was like the red always came through first. So it was so it's just a mirror image, which it is. I mean, a rainbow's a refraction, isn't it? So let's have a look and see. Yeah. So we've got our Knight of Wands, okay, which again is someone coming through with a message or something that's like it. I mean, you can often say it's military, but it's trustworthy. It feels to me with the wands, it's trustworthy. Page of Swords, which is learning. So mind, it's actually learning about words and how to put things into play. And then we've got the Lovers card, so it's bringing it together, and you can see that as almost a reflection, like of our inner self and our outer self. So everything's mirrored. So that's what I was feeling. That's what I got straight away, because I've always seen it as being in the right order, which is really interesting.
Yeah. So then there's nothing nefarious about it.
No. Okay. I feel our chakras, like, to be honest, I feel our chakras have probably been manipulated because they're energy wheels that bring, energy and prana into the energetic system in the body. And I feel that there was some things that went on with our chakras, but as we raise our frequency, they will naturally clear and fall away, because we go into a place where it's almost like we don't need the chakra as much with what we're bringing through. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they played with a lot of stuff of ours.
So the next question is Capilla del Monte in Argentina. Is it a UFO portal?
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
Me either.
Super's back. Hi, Super.
Let's see.
Let's have a look.
Capilla del Monte.
Okay. Yeah, it feels like it's a whether we call it exactly a UFO portal or whether it's simply a portal that is utilized by certain beings, because we've got our Two of Wands. Oh wow, that's just amazing. Gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, can you guys just feel the energy coming from that anyway? Just even looking at that photo, it's like zing. But it's, yeah, so it's a balance, and there's the world. So it's to me, that's a gateway. So that actually is saying, yes, there's definitely an aspect there of a ability to come in and out. Four of Pentacles, which is again, a foundation. So it's a particular place where we start. And then the Lovers card. So this is, yeah, bringing things together, finding balance. So again, the Two of Wands with that Lovers card as well is balance. So yeah, it's a place you can go in and out of.
Okay, very cool. Very cool.
Question.
All right. We are done for today. I am very excited about the next one. We're going to talk about Sumeria and Tartaria. I'm already researching Tartaria some more. It's weird. The universe is starting to send me stuff. But guys, research Sumeria. I am not knowledgeable about Sumeria, so I'm definitely going to need some help with the questions. So I would greatly appreciate it if you guys come with some good questions for Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern again to figure out what's going on there. So
yeah, so and I might actually sit, because I virtually know nothing about Sumeria, so I might just sit and do a meditation and just see if anything comes through that's worth bringing up. But I'll only get shown, because it is good for me to stay really neutral.
Yes.
I'll only get shown what I'm meant to be shown. So
yes, absolutely. Maree, anything new with your website, or just magicmaree.com?
Yeah, but my poor guy that's been helping me with my own YouTube, he's had the lurgy for the last 3 weeks. So I went, that's ridiculous. So I went over and did some energy work on him, gave him some of the what's it called, quercetin and things like that. And within 24 hours, he's like a different person. So for weeks, he'd been like going through head fogs. And so, yeah, so he's cleared up. So I'm hoping that this week he's going to put up my first one, and we're going to pop a few up.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so they'll be able to come out as well. But yeah, magicmaree.com if you'd love a session, or if you'd just like some insights for yourself, yeah, go for it. It'd be nice to catch up with people.
Yes, awesome. All right, everybody, thank you so much. We'll see you on Friday.
Yeah, see you guys.
Bye.